Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be talking about my three favorite things about this upcoming book, Know Your Station. Now, I have already read this book in single issues, but in anticipation to the release of this book this week, I wanted to talk about this and give you my three favorite things. So let's talk about the creative team here before we get into the book. This book is written by Sarah Gailey, illustrated by Liana Kangas, colors by Rebecca Nalty, letters by Cardinal Ray. All right, let me give you a quick synopsis before we get into it. In this book, the wealthiest people in the solar system abandon the Earth for a sanctuary in space, leaving the poor to die from climate change. But the 1% won't be safe for long because a murderer is on the loose with the rich as their target. Soon, Elise, an employee of the billionaire's space station, is wrapped up in a deadly investigation, dragged deeper and deeper into the conspiracy as the last body she wants to go missing does. Even worse, her withdrawals from a highly addictive substance are getting worse and causing terrible hallucinations. But those drug induced illusions are nothing compared to the gut wrenchingly grisly discoveries at the heart of this deadly whodunit. The creators in this book take a stab at the ultra wealthy, their dreams of escaping the planet they put in peril, and the consequences of that economic terror in the near future. This collects Know Your Station issues 1 through 5. These are all the main covers by Liana Kangas. As you know, Liana is really one of my favorite artists. So it's really cool to be talking about this. Very excited for the release of this trade paperback. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, one of my three favorite things about this book. First of all, the premise, the mystery, like having Elise as our protagonist. And I'm going to show you a few pages from the beginning, from the first issue, just to so you can get a feel of how efficiently this book kind of brings you into this world. It tells you everything you need to know, even if you didn't know the synopsis for this. The book very quickly brings you into the world, brings you into the ship, and explains everything. I really love here the annotations in this first explanation. Um, and then also just it very feels very much like a commercial. As we kind of get into this, we get a little bit of narration. It's a very fun mystery, full of twists and turns. And also while we're in there, we're seeing Elise deal with her addiction, and all the new obstacles that also brings as she's trying to quit. So there's so much really fun uh world building within this microcosm of a story, right? Uh, you don't really need to know all the details of like what's going on Earth. You just want to know like this ship is all that really matters, and it's really fun. And like I said, with the mystery and the kind of gruesome, violent deaths that we see all throughout the book, like it just makes it very interesting, very fun to dive into. So let's talk about my second favorite thing about this book. I mean, look, as I've mentioned before, Liana Kanga's art is something to behold, and this book is a very good highlight of that. These are just kind of randomly picked pages from the first couple of issues, and as you can see, whether it's a gory, bloody display, the imagery is really interesting. The composition of a lot of these shots, and there's a lot more stuff. I did review the individual issues, so if you want to know more about a specific issue, you can please go check those out. I'll link them in the description. But yeah, the art and the coloring, I think they just really work very well together, as you'll see. As you saw from the covers and all that. So very cool stuff. And then the last one of my favorite things for this book is Bridget, and that's kind of how I say it. I don't know exactly. She has a nickname throughout, but this is the AI that is kind of assisting all throughout the ship. It feels like such a well rounded out character. It's a bit of a companion to Elise. So yeah, it's really interesting. Such a fun character to follow all throughout the story. Which really like this character is kind of not only our point of view for a moment, but also like a good narrator. There's a lot of exposition that goes through uh, through Bridget. And yeah, it's really, really fun. I really like it. I like the design of the just how it looks. And overall the exploration of like what would a computer like this, how would it fit into this a world that they've created here. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I really recommend you check out this trade paperback. If you missed out on the single issues, go check this out. It'll be out in stores this week. So if you read it, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.